What is up, everybody? We are here to do our hero ranking of Vision. I just got him recently. I did the Digging Deep episode where I take him through all 4 aspects. Please check that out. That'll be at the end of the video. You can click on that. Alright, so let's just kind of get into it. So we're going to start with his hero form. His hero form, I'm looking just at the hero form itself, not what his dense and intangible form do for it. So this is actually going to be a 2. 2 thwart, 0 attack, 0 defense. Not very good. So if he didn't have his other thing, yeah, it'd be pretty bad. Density manipulation. This is where it kind of gets it. Change mass form by flipping your mass form upgrade over limit once per round. So you can only do it but once per round. So you really got to think about what you're wanting to do. Hit points 5. Sorry, hand size 5. Hit points 11. Pretty decent hit points though. Moving on to alter ego. Alter ego right over there. Alter ego is a 3. 3 cost recovery. While you are in dense mass form, you get +2 recovery. While you are in intangible mass form, you get +1 hand size. Or normally his hand size would be 5 then. Hit points 11. Setup, you have to put the upgrade into play. 3 cost recovery, that's normal, but if you are in dense, you get +2, so that's really good. That's why he's a 3. Oh, yeah. Moving on to intangible itself. Intangible itself is a 2. I'm not the biggest fan of its properties, but so basically you can't attack or defend, and you reduce all attack by 2, which is still nice, but I basically mainly flip to this form. That way I can flip back to it for the dense ability, which is actually going to be a 4 in my book. Because while in hero form, Vision gets +1 attack, +2 defense. That's where he gets his stats from. That's what really boosts him up. And then after you change this mass form, you get to draw a card. So you go from 5 hand size to 6. As long as you're flipping to this on that turn. So I like being on this form as much as possible, but sometimes you can't. Alright, moving on to Vivian. Vivian I actually really enjoy. She is up in the 4 spot as well. 2 cost only, 1, 1, 2. Seems pretty basic, but then once you get into what Tangible's doing, or what his Vision's form is doing, if you're intangible, you get +2 thwart. That really helped me with getting through Magneto's side schemes, like really fast. And then when dense, you get +3 attack, +2 attack. So she's either a 3-1 or a 1-3 at all times, which is still a very good, especially for a 2 cost ally. The 2 health is kind of what brings her down and why she's cost 2. Moving on to Hickory Branch Lane. Hickory Branch Lane, that puts us at, what is that? That's going to be a 2. I think I played it once. 1 cost support, alter ego action, exhaust this card, search your deck and discard pile for Android ally and add it to your hand. Most of the supports are cost 1, but I feel like this, if you just have Vivian in your deck, it's still decent to have out there, especially if you're trying to play Vivian a lot. But other than that, it's not that great. It's mostly going to be used for paying for other cards if you're not focused around Vivian or leadership or stuff like that. Moving on to Solar Gem. Solar Gem, that is going to be, what is that? It's a 4. 2 cost upgrade. Okay, normal. Wild resource. Vision gains the aerial trait. Nice. Resource. Exhaust Solar Gem. Generate a wild resource. I love the resource generators that just give you a resource. It doesn't have to be pertaining to anything. Like this easily could have said exhaust this Solar Gem, generate a wild resource for Vision event or something like that. So you can even play this into Alter Ego, which is still thematic because, even if he's an Alter Ego, he still has the gem on his head. Moving on to Vision's Cape. Vision's Cape I put as a 3. 2 cost upgrade. While you are in dense mass form, you gain Retaliate 1, which is awesome. While you are in intangible mass form, you gain Stalwart. So basically, if you get, I may have forgotten to do this, if you're stunned or confused, you flip over, you gain Stalwart right away, so that token basically goes away, which I may have forgotten about while playing my 4 games against Magneto. But, very good card, very good to have out there, ready to go. Density control. Density control I marked as a, where is it? As a 2. Your response after you change mass form, discard this card, add a vision event from your discard pile to your hand. I think this card is very good, especially when your deck is getting low. But when you get like the first half of your deck, it's not that great. But I can see why some would like it, but I mostly didn't really play it unless I was trying to do like a really big push to get solar beam out or something like that. Talking about solar beam is going to be a 4 as well. 3 cost event. Attack if vision is in dense mass form, deal 7 damage to an enemy. Hero action. Thwart if vision is in intangible mass form, remove 5 threat from a scheme. Energy resource. I mainly only use this for the 7 damage. I never actually thought to use it for the 5 threat, which may have been helpful at times. But regardless, that's where we stand. But either way, 3 for 7, 3 for 5, that's good. It's good. It's not 3 for 8, but you can't have everything, right? So yeah, this is why this is a 4, because it's very, what's the word? You can use it for either thwarting and attacking. I can't think of the word. Moving on to Super Dense Strike. Super Dense Strike is also a 4 as well. Where is that? Right here. Now this would have been a 3, dealing 2 for 5 damage. Okay, but it also gains piercing, which is really great to get past that pesky tough. So I mean, you have to play it in dense form. That's the downside, but still very good card to play. And he's 2 for 5. Yeah. He's got 5 attack cards in his deck, which is really good. Alright, moving to Just Passing Through. Just Passing Through, I gave a 4 as well. Mainly because it ignores the patrol keyword and the crisis icon. And you remove 3 threat for 1 cost. Alright. Yeah, but you have to be in tangible form. But still, being able to get past patrol and crisis is very good. Phase Disruption. Phase Disruption, what is this? Okay. Is going to be a 3. 2 cost event. Gotta be in tangible form. Confuse an enemy, choose an attachment on the enemy with the text hero action or hero response, and discard that attachment. I totally could have played this my last protection game with Magneto's stuff he had out. He had his helmet and his cape. I could have, and I didn't think about it. That's probably why I lost that game. I don't know, it's late. Anywho. Moving on. So yeah, this is why it's a 3. So if they don't have anything on there, it's just 2 costs to confuse an enemy, and you have to be in tangible form. Still good, but it's always good to get rid of those attachments, you know. Moving on to Mass Increase. Last card, Mass Increase, is going to be a 3. I wish there was more than one in this because it's a really good card. You have to be in dense form, which I may have forgotten a couple times. Defense, when vision defends, so this one always tricks me, someone can answer in the comments, but when you play a defense card, are you defending or you just declared the defender? You might just be declared the defender, because it says when vision defends. I may have played this wrong. Anywho, you prevent all damage from that attack, stun the attacking enemy after that attack resolves, which is very good. And I enjoyed playing this when I could. Stinks there's only one in it. Alright, so that is all the cards ranked. Pretty decent layout. I enjoyed him very much. Magneto was tough. I didn't win any of the aspects, but I can't wait to bring him back to the table to face off against other scenarios. I mean, I got really close to Magneto, so I bet Vision's very good against most of the villains in the game. So his overall score is going to be an 8 out of 10. I enjoyed him very much. Can't wait to play. Let me know in the comments what cards you think should be lower, which cards you think should be higher, and why. Please like and subscribe. All my socials are in the details below. And I suppose we will see you next time, as we always do. Deuces.